right, so I think we can start right now. So welcome everybody, welcome ladies, welcome gentlemen to the Block Talk. Today's thematic that we will be covering will be related to the next revolution. We call it the next revolution in the blockchain gaming, which is a GameFi. GameFi, it's a like one common word that kind of assembles a lot of the buzzwords that you might be hearing in the internet nowadays. It includes metaverses, it includes play to earns, it includes NFTs, a lot of the words, but like all under one umbrella of a gamify. So what does gamify actually means? The gamify, it resembles two words. First is obviously a gaming, and the second word is the financial. So all together, it creates a gamify. Why do we need a gamify? That's a really good question. I mean, the games have been around what? The gaming industry has been around for what, like 20, 30, 40 years, and even before that. Like, so what's so new about gamify? Why do we actually need this? And the answer is pretty simple. That average gamer, he's like throughout 1 year, the average gamer spends about 370 to 400 hours just playing the video games. And on average, he spends around $50 to $70 on the video games. Now, let's multiply those numbers through your entire life, through the gamer's entire life. That altogether, it adds up to hundreds, tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of hours that people spent playing the games, and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars that people actually spent on the games from their own wallets. Now, how are the people being rewarded for this? Mostly, the people are being rewarded through their experiences, right? Just like if we watch a movie, you watch a movie, you like it, you get some experience, so you like it. But there is another way of how you can incentivize and how you can reward your players for participating and for investing his time and his life into your video game. And this is the mechanic that is called play to earn. This is going to be like the main narrative that we will be following throughout today's presentations. We're gonna have, I believe, 6 different speakers up. So what's today's agenda? We're gonna have roughly 6 speakers who will be covering the different topics of the gamify. They'll be talking about marketing, they'll be talking about the financing side, they'll be talking about the product management, product development, and much, much more. Now, after this, it's going to be roughly until 7 o'clock. At 7, we're going to invite some of our partners from venture capital, and we're going to invite some of the startups for their pitch decks. So you'll be able to see what founders are actually working right now, what do they have in their pockets. And after that, we're going to have a long networking session where you'll be able to get a beer and get to know each other even more. Now, yeah, before we start the before we start with the first speaker, maybe I'd like to add a few of my own remarks that is not maybe directly interrelated with the gamify, but more resembles the current market state. So I know that most of you, maybe some of you, are actually into the crypto markets, and they have been seeing that lately it has been really rough. And a lot of the people have been asking, well, is this the it for us, right? Has the bubble finally been burst? Does Bitcoin worth nothing? Is Ethereum worth nothing? Does UST worth nothing? Or Lunaterra? Apparently, Lunaterra is worth nothing. But what I'd like to remind the founders and the creators nowadays is that the market, it always follows different cycles. There's a bear cycle, and then there's a bull cycle. And the people who have been around in the 2017s and in 2010, during one of the first bear cycles that we had, they knew that the crypto industry has evolved a lot ever since that moment. In 2017, we didn't really have anything to promise to the world except few exchanges that nowadays we call as centralized exchanges, and accept a lot of the promises that we will bring a lot of the disruptions and a lot of the new technologies to the current businesses. Now, throughout the few years of a bear markets, the people who were actually building the applications, the people who were actually creating the value to the market, they've been coming up with some of the actually disruptive technologies that today we refer to as a decentralized exchanges, like a Uniswap or like a Sushi Swap. People came up with the decentralized lending and borrowing protocols that today we refer to as Aave, right? There was a revolutionizing concept of NFTs that came up with the OpenSea and like Board API Club, Mutant API Club, and stuff like that. The people came up with the concepts such as that we refer to as to earn, right? Play to earn, which will be a big topic today. Move to earn. I've heard a lot about listen to learn, which interconnects with the music. So if you ask me, like, does today bear market affect us? Well, of course, there's not going to be so much money in the market nowadays. But the good thing about this is I believe this is very healthy for the industry. I believe this will remove all the noise, all the pump and dump coins, all the pump and dump projects that actually do not bring any value, and instead it will bring us to the idea that we need to go back to the basics. We need to start thinking about how can we build something that is actually provide an economic and social value to the people. This is the time for the builders, and this is the time for the creators. And this is exactly what we're trying to promote here on our BlockTalk when we'll be talking about the play to earn and the GameFi industries.